If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. It's how to lead them.
To buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener. We are in the midst of a ultra combo.
Yeah, it's true.
Ultra stream, you
It's
losers.
a big one. A big giant one. Okay, up next is yours truly, Revo, who has brought us with a song called Easy. The name of the band is SSERAFIM.
Timestamp.
Oh,
Timestamp, babe. Timestamp.
Thank you. 40. I'll take it at 40.
Okay.
All right. Let's check out this description. He says, "This is the latest in my new K-pop hits of 2024. This is a 4th generation girl group from Source Music under Hybe, which is a BTS label. They actually share the same producer-songwriter as BTS, Hitman Bang. Korean wikis saying he formed a hair metal band in 1980s as a middle schooler. He won a scholarship from Jae-hyun's family, who released a seminal ballad album in 1987 and died in a car crash within months later. Bang got hired by JYP Enterprises, which was focused on the American market. He moved to New York and began writing American-style pop for the company. He got in a fight with JYP in 2005 and immediately went back to Korea. Such a shame, as that was when JYP struck it big by making deals with P. Diddy's Bad Boy and started making connections with U.S. stars."
Jesus.
Damn. In Korea, Bang formed his own country, Hybe, which first had a ballad group, 2AM, but switched to hip hop and pop with BTS, whom broke out massive internationally. This song is also co-written by Supreme Voice Score, Megatone, with a list of international songwriters. The group's name is an anagram for the phrase "I am fearless" and the plural name of the biblical seraph. I wondered when I was reading it.
Yeah.
This girl group has 5 members. For 19 days, 6 members, but 1 member left due to bullying and underage drinking, smoking allegations.
Oh my goodness.
3 of the members were originally on the competition show Produce 48. 2 of the girls were IZ1. The other 2 members were scouted. 1 was training to be a ballerina. Their ages range from 25 to 17. This song is about how the girls have anxieties and worries, but on the stage, they make it look easy. This music video was banned by KBS due to worries of imitation. No further elaboration. It has won the Song of the Week on all of the day music shows. First songs this year to do that.
All right.
Let's check it out.
This better be good. This better be good. All right, guys, here we go. We're going all the way to Korea.
Name of the song, Easy.
I don't think you're supposed to pronounce Korea that way. But it is what it is. Hopefully they forgive me, inshallah. All right, here we go. La Serafim. Easy.
Let's go.
Let's do it. That was Seraphim. I make it look easy.
Okay. That's, let me pull up the lyrics here. Oh, you have the lyrics over there.
Yeah, I do.
I could get hurt, but can you read them?
You know what's interesting to me is, like, they're dancing and all that.
Yep.
Like, this looks like mid-90s to 2000 hip-hop. Like, these visuals and the dance routine and the moves, like, these are all things that you would see in
the 90s.
Mid-90s to 2000 hip-hop.
Okay.
Like, Destiny's Child type of thing
with
the dancing and stuff like that. So, that was one of the things I was like, oh, that's really, really interesting. Like, I don't know if it's like they caught up or if it's just that it's a retro style and it worked.
Yeah.
There's a reason it worked in the 90s. It seems like there's like a K-pop formula to a degree. And I don't know, like, if it went for Revo, it would all just be one mishmash to me. Like, I wouldn't know the difference between any of these groups and the background stories. So, like, that is interesting. I could get hurt, but keep on walking, kiss me. If it's hard, then I make it.
When that thing, okay, so I have the official video on this side, and then, like, obviously, like, the shorts remixing this video are, like, boop, on the side. And I like dance videos, so you pulled up, when the person got electrocuted by putting the dryer in, I literally looked at this. There's, like, this grown man, it says, I danced to Easy, and he's got his shirt all up, and it just looked like a funny video.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I got distracted, so I missed that piece of it.
Yeah, they put a like a blow dryer into her hot tub or whatever, and then she got electrified or whatnot.
I'm not supposed to do that. That's why they put those warnings on there.
Dwayne wants to know, why is there a Christian woman wearing Buddha? Mixed messages, Soraya.
Mixed messages. I love the shirt. Actually, it's faded and it's yellow, but it used to be like really super bright. And I actually like the. I think I spent my entire life being a judgmental person, like we talked about in the song before, but also being heavily judged. So
that's true.
You couldn't do or say or whatever. Everything had to be in a box. And I think I'm tired of living inside of a box. Part of the reason why I love doing this channel, part of the reason why I'm still cursing after all this time is all because, which I think is
I
still,
get to do it now. Damn it.
I was going to say still probably a form of a box because it's like I'm not in the box, but you're in a box of not being in a box. But at the same time, it doesn't feel that way. For me, it feels like I'm just being myself. And I love those those shops where you can buy stuff like this, where they've got the incense burning and everything is organic and natural.
Patchouli.
And people are,
Patchouli.
yeah, the patchouli's, pumping in there strong. I just love that environment. So that's why.
It's hard. I make it easy. Up on stage, sparks fly off my body, pull up, and I rip it up like a ballet. Damn, I really make it look easy. I make it look easy. Clap your hands if you're like me. Clap your hands now. Dream, dream, dream. Throw your doubts aside. Just say it. I'm the real one. The light goes out and I wander in the night. Don't know what is right. Don't know about my rights. Jealousy, doubt, mistrust. Now friends of me. Yeah, to the world. I'm halfway, Seraphim. That's a crazy line.
Okay.
You're half an angel. So a seraph. I don't know how much I want to do this. Okay, so there are different orders of angels.
Yep.
I'm just using the term angel as a catch-all because I don't think seraphim.
It's a term that's familiar to people.
Seraphim are not angels, but seraphim are essentially the highest order of creation that's closest to God, if that makes any sense. Because there is an infinite gap between God and His creation, right? Mm-hmm. But the first among all created beings relative to God would be seraphim. They're the closest to the throne. Isaiah 6. Isaiah sees seraphim in Revelation 3, 5, 12. There are seraphim flying around. And there's very good biblical warrant to believe that the serpent in the garden in Genesis 3 was actually a seraph. Which would explain why Eve was so comfortable getting all this esoteric information from him, because the seraphim would have been closest to God, and so he would have the inside scoop. So it would make sense. But long story short, I think she's using. Hey, River's in this bitch. I think she was.
Riv, we need those the timestamps for your song. One of them you gave me an album review. I gotta get those timestamps so you can email that.
Yeah, like she's saying, jealousy, doubt, mistrust, now friends of mine. Yeah, to the world, I'm halfway a seraphim. And so that line, halfway a seraphim, would be, it looks to me like in Korea, there's a very high bar for morality or whatever. Like this girl quit the band because she was smoking.
Well, allegations of smoking and drinking. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I
thought American kids would be like, and?
You know what I thought it meant? I thought it meant because they're underage, and so if she's doing that and the allegations are starting, like she could get in trouble, and so she was trying to get away from the trouble, but I don't know.
But like, why would you get in trouble? Like,
you're underage. I thought that's what it was.
Come on, Justin. All of our stars are underage. Nobody cares. They're doing coke, all types of shit.
Yeah.
Like, it just shows you the culture that they came up with. I'm just saying, like, the culture they came up with is extremely puritanical. And so the term seraph is important in that line because it would be like, that could be an ironic line where she says, I'm halfway a seraph, because it depends on what side of the street you're looking at. You can look at it from one way and say, everybody is trying to put this moral thing on me that I cannot live up to. Mm. I'm a human being. I'm not a seraph, right? So that's one side. Yep. The other side could be, like, this used to happen to me. I screwed up one time at church and preached a sermon, okay? So I was a kid. I was like 21, 22. And they said, hey, man, you should go up there. And I was like, oh, like an idiot. I went up there. I lost all my friends after that.
Yeah.
Nobody in my age group wanted to be around me after that. All the adults were like, oh my God, that was crazy, blah, blah, blah. You're gifted, blah, blah, blah. That was the end of it with all my friends. The reason is because they thought that put me in a different spiritual category. So when we'd all be hanging out and they're talking about girls, they're talking about drinking, smoking, blah, blah, blah. I always used to say, well, nah, I'm married, I'm off the, and we just kept it moving. As soon as they saw me up there, they're like, yeah, they're like, oh, and like, never got any invites anymore, never got, whatever. And so when she says, to the world, I'm halfway seraphim, then the other side of the street would be, oh, man, you're just so righteous, man, like, we can't, I'd much rather be on the other side, which is, but, yeah. It was pretty terrible. So I can imagine like and I do think that Korea, there's a lot of Christians, there's a lot of Christian influence in, especially South Korea. Obviously not North Korea, but yeah, like that's a crazy line where it's like these kids are, they're just kids. And they're being thrown into this thing and it's their dream, but then there's all this social pressure and I don't understand it to this moment, but like a lot of these girls are like unaliving themselves and shit over this shit. And as Americans, we just don't understand that because like you want your young teen stars to be a little troubled and drink and smoke and break the law a little bit. If you do that in America, your cred goes up like exponentially. But yeah, man, in Korea, it's not like that. It's not like that. You got to maintain a certain kind of image.
Yeah.
Lots of Christianity in South Korea and huge family structures in Army brat. All my homies were half Korean. Yeah, they've got great internet over there, but yeah, man, it looks to be a little puritanical, and it's like to me, it's like Korea needs to make a decision. Like, don't have the girls up there then, right? Like, just make the shit illegal, right? Or God, let these kids live, man.
I can't believe that they're not like that. They don't make any adjustments when it keeps happening. And I feel like that we're getting only half the story of what's really happening with them.
Agree.
Because part of me feels like it doesn't make complete sense. So I don't know. I don't trust their government, obviously. So.
Nor should you. You shouldn't trust any government. I can get hurt, but keep on walking. Kiss me. If it's hard, then I make it easy. Up on stage, sparks fly off my body, pull up, and I rip it up like a ballet. Damn, I really make it. When you're an outsider in that situation, and you're like, are you kidding me? That's your job. You go up there and you sing, and you have millions of adoring fans, and blah 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 blah. It's very hard to be like, how could that hurt your mental health? Because it's like you are achieving the goal that everybody wants to do their entire life. So how could that screw up your mental health? But it really does. And the worst thing is, it's better to be in the crowd and wish you were a rock star than be a rock star and wish you were in the crowd.
Jeez.
Because you can never go back in the second time.
Yeah, and the other thing too is when you're in the crowd and you're wishing that you were up there, it's like, oh, if I get that would be like the fulfillment of my dreams, and you think that there's something there, right. But if you actually get there and it's not, and it doesn't perform like you thought it would, and it doesn't fill like that empty spot that you were like trying to fill, and now you're there and you have what it is that you've been going for the whole time, like that feeling's gonna be crazy. I mean,
some of y'all, God has fucked up your dream because He doesn't want you to kill yourself.
Wow, bro.
your little pipe dream is something that you've been using to keep yourself alive, and if He took that from you right now, or if He gave it to you, you'd kill yourself. And it's not just rock stardom, it's a lot of things. I've just got done reading about this individual who, if I got this surgery, I'd feel better, blah, 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 blah. They got the surgery and then they killed themselves. It would be much better for that person to say, if I could only get the surgery, then I'd be better, because at least they'd have some hope.
Yeah.
So some of y'all, God has destroyed your dreams. He fucked up that relationship. He fucked up that deal. He did something, and you're all mad at Him because He messed up your little plan.
Yeah.
But He did that because He loves you and wants to keep you on the planet, and He knows that that's your last leg. That's the last thing that you invested your being into. And if He gives that to you, and you realize that it doesn't satisfy you at all, you're going to jump off a bridge. So He's giving you time to see reality, and that's why He's not letting you accomplish your dream. You know, when I was 3, I'd have been completely fine with a Hershey bar for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I really genuinely thought that my mother was a bad woman. for depriving me of that stuff. 9.2, what'd you give it?
I thought it was Rice Krispie Treats and Pepsi, babe.
Well, she never said no to Rice Krispies.
Rice Krispie Treats and Pepsi?
She never said no. She never said no to that. Because she could make those. See what I'm saying?
For real?
Yeah.
You never told me that.
True story. Tina
Interesting.
in this bitch.
What's up, Tina?
We got Hell, we got Tina, we got JLB, we got Jet, we got Franco in this bitch.
Ben,
Let's
Dwayne.
go. Let's go. All right,
right,
hurry up, give
I'm
your
gonna
stall.
give this one a. I mean, I think that. I think the message, like, I think what they were trying to do with it was, like, important to kind of be like, look, I make it look easy, but it's actually difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's important, because I do think that girls have a way of, like, looking at other people and be like, oh, like, that's so easy for that person, and it's so hard for me, and I'm not only not accomplished, but on top of that, even if I was accomplished, I could never do that or whatever. So I think it's cool that they got out there and they were honest about it. So I'm gonna give this one an 8.9. Solid 9.
We got to interview one of these Korean bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep talking about interviews on season 3, like, we're going to go old school back in the day. Remember we used to do them band reviews? Nobody's doing that shit anymore.
Yeah.
All right, guys, commercial break. We shall return. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We got more goodness for you, beautiful
We'll be
people
right
on the
back.
other side of this break.